Identifying writers' views questions. Your job is to decide whether they agree with the writer's views or not. Your decision should be based only on the information from the text. There will be 3 answers: yes, no, and not given. Yes, if the statement agrees with or is the same as the writer's opinions and claims that you see from the reading text. No, if the statement disagrees with or contradicts the writer's opinions and claims. Not given, if you cannot find any clue from the text to decide what the writer's opinions are. 2. True, false, not given, or yes, no, not given questions. Task: decide if the information or writer's opinion in the question statements can be found in the passage. Skills: identifying specific information in the passage. Scanning and understanding information, D or F or NG questions. Understanding the opinions of the writer, Y or NG questions. Tips: understand the meaning of each answer. Yes or true equals the same information is found in the passage. No or false equals the opposite information is found in the passage. Not given equals the information is not found in the passage. Paraphrase the statements before trying to locate the answers. Answers come in order, questions 4 to 7. Do the following statements reflect the claims of the writer in sample passage 8? In boxes 4 to 7 on your answer sheet write yes if the statement reflects the claims of the writer. No if the statement contradicts the claims of the writer. Not given if it is impossible to say what the writer thinks about this. 4. 30% of deaths in the United States are caused by smoking-related diseases. If one partner in a marriage smokes, the other is likely to take up smoking. 6. Teenagers whose parents smoke are at risk of getting lung cancer at some time during their lives. 7. Opponents of smoking financed the UCSF study. Example of identifying writer's views, claims questions, source, CambridgeEnglish.com. From this definition, you can see that the IWVQ requires you to understand the statements and the text. Locate the information in the text quickly. Analyze and compare the information. When you can master this, both your reading skill and critical thinking will become stronger. Question type: true, false, not given. Approach 1. Understand instructions 2. Convert statement into yes or no. Question 3. Watch out for adjectives, adverbs. 4. Understand the difference between opinion and factual statements. Questions 1 or 6. Do the following statements agree with the information given in the text on page 1? In boxes 1 or 6 on your answer sheet, write true if the statement agrees with the information. False if the statement contradicts the information. Not given if there is no information on this. 1. You are allowed to stop off at an intermediate station when making a journey using a standard season ticket. 2. When using a combined rail and bus season ticket, the major part of your journey must be by train. Common mistakes. 1. Confused between false and not given. 2. Not understanding the nuances, many of them, majority, a few or few. 3. Confused by double negatives and complex sentences. Task: true, false, not given. 1. Marie Curie's husband was a joint winner of both Marie's Nobel Prizes. 2. Marie became interested in science when she was a child. 3. Marie was able to attend the Sorbonne because of her sister's financial contribution. Answer 1 false, 2 not, 3 true. The life and work of Marie Curie. Marie Curie is probably the most famous woman scientist who has ever lived. Born given Maria Sklodowska in Poland in 1867, she is famous for her work on radioactivity, and was twice a winner of the Nobel Prize. With her husband, Pierre Curie, and Henri Becquerel, she was awarded the 1903 Nobel Prize for Physics, and was then sole winner of the 1911 Nobel Prize for Chemistry. She was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize. From childhood, Marie was remarkable for her prodigious memory, and at the age of 16 won a gold medal on completion of her secondary education. Because her father lost his savings through bad investment, she then had to take work as a teacher. From her earnings she was able to finance her sister Bronia's medical studies in Paris, on the understanding that Bronia would, in turn, later help her to get an education. In 1891 this promise was fulfilled and Marie went to Paris and began to study at the Sorbonne, the University of Paris. She often worked far into the night and lived on little more than bread and butter and tea. She came first in the examination in the physical sciences in 1893, and in 1894 was placed second in the examination in mathematical sciences. It was not until the spring of that year that she was introduced to Pierre Curie. Tips to win identifying writers' views or claims questions. 1. Notice the order of the statements. The statements will appear with the continuing flow of the text. Therefore, once you can locate the information for statement 1 correctly, keep on reading to find answers for the next statements. Try not to look back, it's time consuming because the answer will not be there. 2. Look out for important indicators. Important indicators include name, number, location, synonyms and different word forms, noun, adjective, verb, adverb, of the keywords in the statement. They are very helpful for you to find the correct section of the article that contains the needed information. By doing this, you can spot the location more easily and quickly, especially when the keywords in the statements are often paraphrased when compared to the original text. Example. Statement: Emily started to manage the company 3 years ago. In this case, you should look for indicators such as name, Emily, or the name of the company. Number, 3 years, or any number of years. Synonyms: operate, run, lead. Different forms of the word: manager, leader, managerial, leading. 3. Absolute statements are often false statements. In most cases, you have to think more carefully about the statements that contain absolute qualifiers such as never, always, the plus superlative comparison. Just for you to know, the answer for this kind of statement is often no. However, it is still better when you can find the reason for each answer. Only write no when you cannot find logical evidence or understand the information. 1. Skimming and scanning. For any IELTS learners, these two skills have become very familiar. However, they may be the hardest skills to gain and improve. If you are a little bit confused about the difference between these two skills, then have a look again at the definition here. Skimming means you have a quick look at the whole text in order to get the most general idea about the passage. There are some steps so you can be the master of skimming. Read the headlines. Underline the subtitles. Underline the opening and the closing sentence of each paragraph. Scanning means you look through a text for specific details. You can use this skill to locate the sentence that contains the answer to your question. In order to do that effectively, you have to identify and match keywords of the statements with the suitable words, synonyms and different word forms in the text to get the information location. 2. Paraphrasing skill. Paraphrasing skill is an essential skill for every IELTS test. When you actively work on this skill, it will enrich your vocabulary and help you spot the information more easily even when they are paraphrased, and they are, most of the time. So how to improve this skill? The answer is to learn new words, learn their synonyms and group them together. Learn new words. Vocabulary is very important for IELTS. However, if you think learning new words is painful and boring, you can be dead wrong. What if you can read about any subject that you like and watch any movie that you love without having to stop and look new words up in the dictionary? It's great, right? Technology now allows us to do it. Learn synonyms. It's easy. You only need to search word plus synonyms on Google or buy a type of dictionary called Thesaurus Dictionary. Then Note them down in a notebook and practice every day to remember them longer. 3. Critical thinking. Critical thinking is essential to reach a higher band in the IELTS exam. It is the ability to think clearly about what to do and what to believe. With critical thinking, you can understand logical connections and spot illogical points. Therefore, it is very helpful for doing yes or no or not given questions. You can practice critical thinking in many situations. The key is to question everything, even the things that seem to be certain. Practice test. Now, as you have known some basic steps and tactics to do this type of question, let's go and apply all of them to finish this test together. The risks of cigarette smoke. Discovered in the early 1800s and named nicotinamide, the oily essence now called nicotine is the main active ingredient of tobacco. Nicotine, however, is only a small component of cigarette smoke, which contains more than 4,700 chemical compounds including 43 cancer-causing substances. In recent times, scientific research has been providing evidence that years of cigarette smoking vastly increases the risk of developing fatal medical conditions. In addition to being responsible for more than 85% of lung cancers, smoking is associated with cancers of, amongst others, the mouth, stomach and kidneys, and is thought to cause about 14% of leukemia and cervical cancers. In 1990, smoking caused more than 84,000 deaths, mainly resulting from such problems as pneumonia, bronchitis and influenza. Smoking, it is believed, is responsible for 30% of all deaths from cancer and yearly represents the most important preventable cause of cancer in countries like the United States today. Passive smoking, the breathing in of the side stream smoke from the burning of tobacco between puffs or of the smoke exhaled by a smoker, also causes a serious health risk. A report published in 1992 by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, emphasized the health dangers, especially from side stream smoke. This type of smoke contains more smaller particles and is therefore more likely to be deposited deep in the lungs. On the basis of this report, the EPA has classified environmental tobacco smoke in the highest risk category for causing cancer. As an illustration of the health risks, in the case of a married couple where one partner is a smoker and one a non-smoker, the latter is believed to have a 30% higher risk of death from heart disease because of passive smoking. The risk of lung cancer also increases over the years of exposure, and the figure jumps to 80% if the spouse has been smoking 4 packs a day for 20 years. It has been calculated that 17% of cases of lung cancer can be attributed to high levels of exposure to secondhand tobacco smoke during childhood and adolescence. A more recent study by researchers at the University of California at San Francisco, UCSF, has shown that secondhand cigarette smoke does more harm to non-smokers than to smokers. Leaving aside the philosophical question of whether anyone should have to breathe someone else's cigarette smoke, the report suggests that the smoke experienced by many people in their daily lives is enough to produce substantial adverse effects on a person's heart and lungs. The report, published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, AMA, was based on the researchers' own earlier research but also includes a review of studies over the past few years. The American Medical Association represents about half of all U.S. doctors and is a strong opponent of smoking. The study suggests that people who smoke cigarettes are continually damaging their cardiovascular system, which adapts in order to compensate for the effects of smoking. It further states that people who do not smoke do not have the benefit of their system adapting to the smoke inhalation. Consequently, the effects of passive smoking are far greater on non-smokers than on smokers. This report emphasizes that cancer is not caused by a single element in cigarette smoke. Harmful effects to health are caused by many components. Carbon monoxide, for example, competes with oxygen in red blood cells and interferes with the blood's ability to deliver life-giving oxygen to the heart. Nicotine and other toxins in cigarette smoke activate small blood cells called platelets, which increases the likelihood of blood clots, thereby affecting blood circulation throughout the body. The researchers criticize the practice of some scientific consultants who work with the tobacco industry for assuming that cigarette smoke has the same impact on smokers as it does on non-smokers. They argue that those scientists are underestimating the damage done by passive smoking and, in support of their recent findings, cite some previous research which points to passive smoking as the cause for between 30,000 and 60,000 deaths from heart attacks each year in the United States. This means that passive smoking is the third most preventable cause of death after active smoking and alcohol-related diseases. The study argues that the type of action needed against passive smoking should be similar to that being taken against illegal drugs and AIDS, SIDA. The UCSF researchers maintain that the simplest and most cost-effective action is to establish smoke-free workplaces, schools and public places. Questions 4 to 7. Do the following statements reflect the claims of the writer in sample passage 8? In boxes 4 to 7 on your answer sheet write yes if the statement reflects the claims of the writer. No if the statement contradicts the claims of the writer. Not given if it is impossible to say what the writer thinks about this. 30% of deaths in the United States are caused by smoking-related diseases. 5 if one partner in a marriage smokes. The other is likely to take up smoking. 6 teenagers whose parents smoke are at risk of getting lung cancer at some time during their lives. 7 opponents of smoking financed the UCSF study. Answer key and explanation. 1. 30% of deaths in the United States are caused by smoking-related diseases. Keywords and components. 30% of deaths in the United States are caused by smoking-related diseases. Indicators. 30%, deaths, United States, smoking, responsible. Source of information from the text. Smoking, it is believed, is responsible for 30% of all deaths from cancer and clearly represents the most important preventable cause of cancer in countries like the United States today. Analyzing, the article says that smoking causes 30% of all deaths from cancer. However, the statement says smoking causes 30% of deaths in general. Therefore, they are disagreeing with each other. The answer is no. 2. If one partner in a marriage smokes, the other is likely to take up smoking. Keywords and components. If one partner in a marriage smokes, the other is likely to take up smoking. Indicators: married couple, partner, smoker, non-smoker. Source of information from the text, as an illustration of the health risks, in the case of a married couple where one partner is a smoker and one a non-smoker. The latter is believed to have a 30% higher risk of death from heart disease because of passive smoking. Analyzing, the text only mentions the higher risk of death that the non-smoker of the couple will run if his or her partner smokes. The answer is not given. 3. Teenagers whose parents smoke are at risk of getting lung cancer at some time during their lives. Keywords and components. Teenagers whose parents smoke are at risk of getting lung cancer at some time during their lives. Indicators: childhood, adolescence, lung cancer, second-hand tobacco smoke. Source of information from the text: it has been calculated that 17% of cases of lung cancer can be attributed to high levels of exposure to second-hand tobacco smoke during childhood and adolescence. Analyzing, exposure to second-hand tobacco smoke during childhood and adolescence. Here writes about children whose parents smoke because second-hand smoke means passive smoking and children are passive smokers. This particular passage mentions the smoking issue of a married couple, which implies a family context. Therefore, smokers here are parents. 17% of cases of lung cancer means the risk of lung cancer. The answer is yes. Above is a process on how to solve identifying writer's views questions. Now it depends on you to step up your reading ability.